Good evening, scholars. Mrs. Hickman here. Tonight I will share with you one of my very favorite Christmas stories. It is also a New York Times bestseller. It is entitled The Night Before Christmas, the classic edition, written by Clement C. Moore and illustrated by Charles Santor. The night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nick will soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their head. And Mamma, in her kerchief and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprung from the bed to see what the matter. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sled and 8 tiny reindeers. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane flew, when they met with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with sleds full of toys and St. Nick too. And when in a twinkle I heard on the roof the prancing and powing on each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turned around, down the chimneys St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed in all fur from head to his toes, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. The bundle of toys he flung on his back, he had looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes they twinkled, his dimples how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth had drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as snow, you guessed it. The slump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth. The smoke encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly. He shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. He laid his finger aside his nose and gave a nod. Up the chimney he rose. What do you think Santa was saying? You guessed it. He sprung to his sled, his team gave a whistle, and away they flew down like a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. The end. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Good night.